Hi everyone. Sorry for the crappy pretty much everything, audio quality, anything. So, I just wanted to talk on something. So, so y'all, I'm sure I'm sure a ton of people know what Dandy's World is. And I'm sure a lot of people play it that might follow me. So, as you may know, Dandy's World is a game on Roblox made by Quelliver. And there is a fan-made role called Distracting. And this is not really a confirmed role, but it's a very used, loved role, really. I've never really been in a public role run where someone has not asked. I stopped asking because I realized why do I need to ask? Nobody needs to distract. We should be learning to survive without distractors. Let's be honest here, guys. But so basically I saw a video from a creator called Emo. Dandy's World creator. So basically it was a video about the most weirdest toxic run they've been in. And this is my personal opinion on this. I mean, I've seen them be in worse runs, but personally for me, I just didn't think it was that bad. So it starts off with an Astro saying, hey, main only, but no dupe pebs. Probably because they just didn't want any dupe pebs. Because they wanted, I guess that either their friend wanted it or something like that, which probably means that they're a kid, by the way. Keep that in mind. Because a lot of Dandy's World players are kids. You always have to keep that in mind, especially if you're an older person. Like me, a teenager, or even an adult who plays Dandy's World. Especially if you're an adult who plays Dandy's World, because that's a big, giant-ass maturity gap. Teen and kid, yeah, maturity gap, but kid and adult, that's an even bigger maturity gap. So you have to keep that in mind when playing games like Dandy's World. And maybe you don't have to excuse every bad behavior, but you don't need to be rude. Let's be honest here. You do not need to be rude. Let's not be rude to kids. Let's ignore them. Okay, I'm sorry. But when you're in Dandy's World and you see a run that you don't like personally, just ignore it. Especially if you are a fucking teen or adult. You are better than that. You are more mature than that. I'm sorry. Especially if you're someone like Emo, who is an adult. He is an adult. I think his pronouns are he something else. I can't remember who's there. But he is an adult. A grown adult. And plays Dandy's World, which I have no problem with. I personally would love to play it as an adult. It's a fun game. But as they are an adult, they need to be able to learn to deal with this. Especially someone who's an adult with adult friends. And they saw this run, main only, but no dupes with Pep. And they immediately jumped into questioning the Astro, which was like, okay, it's fine. And afterwards, you would think they would just, okay, bye. Which is what another person in the server did. A Flutter walked up, was like, hey, why is there no dupe pebs? And they were like, it's none of your business. And then Flutter was like, okay, walked away to do a different run or do something else. All right, bracelet's bothering me. But that is not what Emo did. He, in fact, did not do that. He called his friends to join this run and purposely antagonized Astro, knowing that this person was most likely a child. Definitely a child. And one thing that they extremely pointed out, weirdly, is that there was a pebble with extracting trinkets. I don't see the big deal with extracting pebbles. Never have. Or Louis, or anything. You don't have to be a distractor if you're a tune that people mainly distract with. That's not your priority. If they want a distractor, they can get a friend to be a distractor. Not anybody else has to be a distractor for them. But, so they just continue antagonizing what's most likely a child. And it got to a point where I was just scrolling through the comments, and I noticed some people were noticing how dumb this was. Because some people were pointing out, hey, you should have just ignored them. Why are you calling your friends to antagonize them? Why are you calling your friends to antagonize a child? And then some people want to come, it's like, I sometimes wonder how people got main tunes. Oh, it's so toxic. This is, yes, what they were doing was not good behavior. But in order to avoid this behavior, you should ignore it. Ignore it. Please, for the love of God. How many times do I have to say that? I normally, if I'm in a run, at that moment, if someone starts being toxic randomly or just kind of annoying, I'll be like, hey, don't do that. And then I'll just start to ignore it. Because I don't give a fuck. It's Dandy's World. It's a game. That is on Roblox. Roblox is a game that so many fucking kids are on. Everywhere in the world. There's so many goddamn kids in Roblox. So, obviously, there's going to be a shit ton of kids in Dandy's World, too. So, you'd think people would understand that more. And, think about that. This is not me trying to be an ass, but I personally just didn't agree with the actions of this video. I personally also hate wholeheartedly the people who act like someone who is a quote-unquote distractor tune is extracting. You can see from YouTubers like Vanix? Something like that. Sorry, dude, if I pronounce it wrong. But, you can see from his videos that the way people react to just simply someone wanting to not distract makes people so fucking mad. It makes these people so genuinely pissed, it's not even funny. Chill out, bro. It's literally not that big of a deal. I will never understand the big deal with stuff like this. Never saw the big deal with it. After seeing videos from Venixic, I think it is, I have genuinely realized how fucking stupid this goddamn community is. And I'm sorry for cursing this much. Genuinely sorry. This just annoys me. Especially because why does a quote-unquote distracting tune need to distract? They don't need to. They can extract if they want. Chill the fuck out, dude. It's not that big of a deal. This is not, Yes, this is in regards to the video, but it's mainly just because I'm starting to get pissed off at the amount of times I've seen people get mad at people who are playing as Pebble, for example, or Louie or Goob, someone like that, get mad at these people for just extracting, for just doing what the game intends. Like, genuinely. It's just so fucking annoying. Like, yes, it's a rant. I'm just kind of annoyed at this shit. Alright, that's it. I patch out. Bye, suckers.